Welcome to
Welcome.
Town
Big Town
Improv. That was flawless.
Welcome. Well, how are you doing there, Josh?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to let you say your piece as well, you know.
I don't see why, because we're obviously synchronizing on such an incredibly perfect wavelength that it actually might damage the episode, because we're both thinking exactly the same. What new content can we generate?
Why don't we introduce ourselves at the exact same time, just word for word, right?
That sounds reasonable.
Okay, all right. 1, 2, 3. I'm
Hello.
Josh Filch.
I'm
Right,
Jesse
you said
Moriarty.
hello. Okay, that's Jesse Moriarty.
You said introduce. I didn't realize you were gonna just rudely announce your name without greeting the person who's listening to us.
Oh. I did that, though. I said, welcome to Big Town. And you know what? Big Town, it's an improvised podcast. We're going to get through this intro. I swear. Big Town, it's an improvised podcast. We are going to start with a montage of short. Nope, we don't say short anymore. We're going to start with a montage of small scenes, which will be inspired by true stories that we tell. And then, Jesse, what happens after the small scenes?
After the small scenes, we go on to a single big scene. We do a single big narrative scene involving multiple characters and locations and time. Essentially, an improvised play for you, the listener, our one love in this life.
That's right. One person and the only one we love. But wait. We're not going to do it alone today, Jesse.
Say what?
I know our rapport is crackling today, but we actually have some special guests. And I'll tell you who they are. We've got.
You can't tell, but I was clutching my pearls there.
Oh, I see. Quit your pearl clutching, because these are some fun guests. We got Bethy Feldman. Say hi, Bethy.
Hey.
And then also we have with us today the animator's friend herself. It's India Lombardi-Bello. Hi, India.
Hi.
Hi.
Howdy.
Howdy indeed. Jesse, did you know I was on India's podcast?
Yes, I did, because you told me. And then you came to my house with a board with a nail in it saying we need to record this episode soon so we could synchronize the advertisements.
Yeah, and we did a good job of that. This is probably going to come out like a full month after hers came out, so we'll be all good. And you two are old friends, correct?
Yeah, old and best.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we met when she was 4, I was 5, I think.
Oh, wow, that is old school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Farm Road.
Josh and I were both legal adults. I don't even know if you can call it friendship at that point.
It is hard to make friends when you're an adult. So.
We're basically just colleagues.
Yeah, I think so.
How did you guys meet?
College improv. I do remember the first time you came to a meeting and I was like, oh my God, this guy is extremely funny and good at improv. And
that's nice of you to say. I remember thinking of you. This man has long, luxuriant hair that I envy.
That's true. That's actually true. I did have very long, wavy, beautiful hair, and it's gone now. It's all gone.
You enjoyed it while it lasted, at least.
You really did.
Yeah, I'd say so. You know what? You know what's the real bummer about this? And just before I was really losing my hair is when I learned about like hair products. It's
like that Twilight Zone episode where the guy breaks his glasses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I was using gel for everything.
Do you treat your beard?
Not for my beard.
Spot?
I didn't. I went with the beard after I kind of shaved my head, you know, like because I was like, there's got to be hair somewhere on my face. India and Bethy, so you met each other as 4 and 5-year-olds. How did that come about?
We were both, like, her grandmother lived on the road that I grew up on. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I guess, how orchestrated it was between, like, my parents and her grandmother, us meeting, but
They set us up.
The way I recall it was that, like, I'm walking down this country road one day to go to the farm next door to see the horse, and then there's another girl there, and it's
Two
just
horse
like,
girls.
yeah, 2 horse girls meeting in the middle of the road. You know, it just felt like, of course, yes, this is
Fated.
destiny.
Serendipitous.
Yeah,
I love that.
So you were both going to see the horse?
that's
Yeah,
how
we
I
had a neighbor
imagine it.
that had horses, and we would walk down there. We would pet the horses, or sometimes we'd pet the cows. And that day, we were both petting the horses.
That's so
And-
sweet.
Her
Where
mom
was
struck up
this?
a conversation with my grandma to
In
upstate
a general
New York.
sense. Like,
3 hours upstate.
Upstate New York?
Cobleskill. Go Bulldogs. Right, India?
I don't care about the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs?
That's the high school mascot.
what
Oh,
was
yeah.
What,
Well, go
what
bees,
was your-
right, Jesse?
what was it? Was that your high school mascot? The bees?
No, that was our college mascot, Jesse.
Oh,
The bees?
right.
It wasn't really explored very much. We didn't have any sports.
What was your high school mascot, Josh?
Mine was the owl.
The owl.
Yes.
Okay.
You?
Mine was the vaquero.
What?
What? Is that a vampire?
It's a Spanish cowboy, a vaquero. Is where very
All right.
Where did you grow up?
California used to be part of Mexico, so the entire area actually used to be ranch land. I guess was the.
Do you have horses?
Thinking. Do I have horses? Like
Yeah.
right now? Are there
No.
horses right behind
No,
me, just
did
out of
you-
frame?
No. I'm saying, did you have horses in your area?
No, there were no horses here, Josh.
Okay. That's too bad.
Unfortunately, the area succumbed to urbanization some decades before I was born.
That's what happens.
Yeah, but I would have loved horses. I would have been like, I don't want to bike to school when I can like take like hundreds of pounds of animal to.
I don't think is that
to
what
carry
people
me
were
there.
doing in upstate New York. I think that's a big leap.
They were
They would.
taking snowmobiles
And
to school.
tractors on homecoming day.
Yeah.
Snowmobiles and tractors.
There was a man who always drove his like lawnmower around town. That's
Well,
how
he
got
didn't
around.
go to the high school.
No, but like, you know, to just, yeah, the modes of transportation were snowmobiles, tractors, and lawnmowers.
Well, I'll tell you, I would gladly take horses instead of like those annoying little lime scooters that everybody leaves on the corners of the streets, which are a plague here.
Those are so fun, though.
To like use.
To use, yeah. No, oh no, I don't look at them discarded on the sidewalk and go, "Yay, that's fun." I mean to ride around on one.
You've done so then? You've got like
Well, one time I was in Washington D.C. for a wedding, and then here's what I remember. At the wedding, we got as a wedding favor, it was like a what do you call it? A baseball. It was a World Series baseball is what I was trying to say, and it had my name on it because it was the
Because
wedding
you-
of someone
you
who
won.
works for Major League Baseball. But it came in like a little plastic thing. And so then after the wedding, we were like, let's get on scooters and we'll ride like along the big reflecting pool and go up to like the Lincoln Memorial. And it was really fun. We were going
throw
really fast.
baseballs at him.
Well, that's the thing is I was wearing a suit and I just sort of stuffed my like baseball and the like thing it was in like my inner suit pockets, and like I would be going really fast and they would be constantly shooting out just like baseball and then like the two pieces of the thing, and it was a bit of a hazard for the people behind me. That said, I didn't cause an accident, but I did witness like a 8-year-old riding around on a scooter and then just brake so hard and he went fucking flying. He was fine, but boy, did that kid eat shit.
Kyle, come here.
Yeah, what is it?
It's almost time for you to leave for school. Here, get your pack on.
My pack? Yeah, of course, Dad. Yeah.
Muster the dogs.
Sure. Remind me what muster means real quick.
You know, get all the dogs lashed to the
Yes.
sled.
Got it. Yes, I understand. Pack, sled, dogs. Okay. Here, doggies. Come on. One day I'll learn the whistle, Dad.
Hey, where do you think
Boy.
you're taking? Hey, where do you think you're taking those dogs?
Dad, do I have to take the talking dogs?
Yeah, no, this
The
ain't a dog.
talking.
It's your aunt.
For the last
I need
the
you to
last
stay
time your
here.
grandmother is merely wears a lot of heavy furs. She is not one of the sled dogs, and I've asked you many
I'm
times.
so sorry.
to-
I'm so sorry, Grandma. I thought you said where are you taking us dogs, and you said where are you taking these dogs. I get it now.
No,
Look,
these-
every time it's always some semantic
Yes, I've been
excuse
telling
for
you, you need to get your
for
hearing
confusing your grandmother with one of the dogs. Look, Mama, the boy has to get to school. They're learning fractions
School?
today.
Fractions, I don't know about that. He needs to get himself to the audiologist. School.
Is that the ear doctor?
Yes,
Look, boy,
yes.
it's 6 miles uphill through the blizzard to get to the school, but it's 12 miles to get to the audiologist.
Pa. Why? I hate that I have to go to school in such unfriendly climes.
Well, this is what the life that your mother and I chose.
Right.
Now, take this big vat of bear grease.
Of course.
There's enough to share for all your little school friends there if they haven't succumbed to the bitter winter by now.
I understand. Well, I'm fastening my big parka. Grandma, I promise I'll bring
Why do
your
you keep
dogs
calling
back
me
in
Grandma?
one piece.
Why do you keep calling me Grandma? I'm not your grandma.
Pa, you said she was Grandma.
That's right, I did. There's a decent explanation for that, my son.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, tell him.
I'm not
not
late for
anything.
school. I have like 5 minutes.
Well, several years ago, your grandmother
Yeah.
went out to feed the dogs.
Yeah.
And it was a bitterly cold winter's
Of course,
evening.
like
You know
every
what
day.
happens? One thing leads to another. Keep going, I'm sorry.
She succumbed to the bitter frost.
Yeah, okay. If I could just recap, that story was Grandma went out in the bitter winter. One thing led to another. She froze to death.
Right. But then
wait.
the
No, that's
dogs
how I understood it.
fed upon her frozen
my-
body and absorbed her consciousness.
Pa, you never told me that.
Well, we didn't know how to tell you.
But tell him about the pot where I became his mother.
Right. So that has nothing to do with the supernatural aspects of the story. That's just because we're Appalachians, and
We cut to the son gets to school. Okay, I'm ready to
All
present
right,
my
settle down,
family
settle down.
tree.
this is a circle.
I know. I learned a lot of things this morning that is relevant here. So, okay, as you can see, that's my dad. That's easy. Next to him or above him is a whole mess of dogs, okay? Because my grandma now is just a bunch of dogs. She was absorbed by the dogs. You see? You understand? And then,
all right, but why does it loop back to your dad then?
Right. So my dad, I think some of the dogs factioned off and then sort of like gained sentience with my dad, and then he sent some of those off to retroactively become my mother. I'm not sure where my real mother is.
So
Your grandma is your mother?
But also your dog?
Like,
And also my dog.
Did you take sled dogs here today, by the
so
way?
did your dad fuck his mom, or did he fuck a pack of dogs?
Mr. Moriarty, that's completely inappropriate. But yes, my dad fucked a bunch of dogs and then I guess got a time machine.
I see. Well, take your seat. I'll give you a B on this one.
All right, thank you. Does anybody need any whale grease?
I'm good.
I have a lot.
Yeah, I'll take some. I can take some of that off
Thanks,
your hands.
okay.
You two will be friends for life.
Hey, you were coming to get the
Promise?
whale grease?
Well, yeah, of course. I need it for my new hairdo.
You just found out about hair product, huh? Just found out about it?
I did, but I just recently went bald.
Hey, look at me. I'm on a scooter.
Hey, buddy, watch where you're going.
What's that?
Watch where you're going. There's people walking on this sidewalk.
Why are you walking, huh? There's plenty of scooters to go around. Right, scooter bros? Yeah.
Damn that scooter gang of delinquent scooter riders.
Look, fellow scooterers, I found a pumpkin. Did you also find pumpkins?
Yes.
Let's toss them as we scoot. Hooray!
Someone's got to do something about those scooter drivers, but everything they're doing is technically legal. It would have to be some kind of vigilante outside the law.
Hey, wait a minute. Who's that person coming up on a lawnmower?
Hey there, guys. You all seen my pumpkins? I've been looking for my pumpkins. I was told it was bandage. No good scooter bandage came on through here not too long ago. Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Hides the scooter. No. Yeah, I've heard of them, but, fellow scooterer, you know who that is, right?
That's Jimmy the molester.
Hey! I was cleared of those charges not too long ago.
I know that you're right. That's who that is. I know that
Listen, just give them back. Just give them back, and we won't have any problems here. I'm just gonna
Okay.
need them back. It's
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait. Mr. the Molester, I know that legally you've been cleared of all charges, but this
They didn't
scooter
have enough
gang
proof.
has been... Yes, and we were all following the trial very closely. This scooter gang has been
It
doing
was
nothing
our
but
OJ.
they've been causing nothing but problems. Now, Jimmy, I understand that when you were cleared of all charges for crimes that we don't really need to get into here,
Right.
your lawnmower was also declared above the law, which means
Above the
you
law.
could run over these delinquent scooters and wreck them, and there's nothing they could do about it. I'll give you $20 if you do it.
Now, wait
You
a
won't.
minute, Jimmy.
I mean, I did retrofit this here lawnmower with a supersonic motor, so I could very
That's
easily
right.
do that. But you see,
That's
I'm
right,
on
and you know
something
what?
put
They
me-
can't. The law can't touch him for that.
I'm on probation.
The law can't.
I'm on probation. I can't get in no more trouble here.
That's
That's
Look,
right.
I would like nothing more than to take this mower out on these here kids, but I can't. I've changed.
Right. Look, you see this button here on the lawnmower, is an oil slick. Just
Oh,
shoots
no.
oil behind the thing.
I'm getting on my scooter.
Can the law touch him for that? No.
Oh, I'm sliding away.
Yeah, you get out of here. There's oil.
I'm
Now-
what?
I don't know.
Now, as a citizen of this town, I do have to hope that in getting rid of the scooter gang, we haven't traded them for a worse threat in the form of Jimmy the molester, who the law can't touch. But
Hey.
I joined this scooter gang to get away from Jimmy, the molester.
yes,
Yeah.
his one weakness was that his lawnmower could
Who-
only
who
go at
is
about
that?
30
Who
miles
is
per
that?
hour. Yeah, who just
Misty-
pulled up here?
I think that's Misty, and I know what story she's implying. And
Yes, again,
Jesus.
all the charges were cleared. We cannot actually say Jimmy the molester, whose last name is
not
the
the
coincidental French-derived de molester.
That means of hugs. Anyway, I heard that a new gang was moving into town.
What's that? What gang is
Lawn-
that?
Lawnmower riding sex criminals.
my people.
Hooray! Hey, I heard you're the one who got us all started. Thanks, sir.
Well, I can't take all the credit.
No,
Please, please take all the credit.
no, I meant him. I meant this guy. You got us all started. Hooray! This is the greatest town for lawnmower riding sex criminals. All thanks to Gary.
All right, well, at least I'm not being hit with pumpkins. I still think it's kind of an improvement.
Pumpkin.
The sex crimes are on top of the pumpkins.
That's right.
Well, maybe we didn't know how good we had it with the gangs of roving scooter criminals.
So, you come crawling back.
Yeah.
Scooter Allen. And
That's right. And Scooter Alice.
Scooter Allen and Scooter Alice, the worst scooter criminals in the history of scooting in all of Scootburg, Michigan.
See, our gang fit even the name of the town better.
Yeah, well, it won't for long because now it's being renamed Sex Crimes Lawnmower Village.
Oh, we don't want that, do we?
I certainly don't. I'm forced to make an alliance with my greatest nemeses, Scooter Allen and Scooter Alice. What will it take for you to get to drive these lawnmower sex pests out of town?
Can you fill our pockets with baseballs?
I mean, I guess.
Hooray! Our greatest and most fervent wish.
All right, well, hurry up. They're sending dick pics as they slowly go on their lawnmowers across the bridge.
I'm using airdrop. Hey, you're not welcome in our town anymore. Oh yeah? It's a face-off then. Here we go.
I don't see how the scooters are going to win against a lawnmower.
All the baseballs are falling out of our pockets.
The lawnmowers, they're getting sucked up into the lawnmower engines.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
God, I think I just saw an 8-year-old crash.
Oh no, an 8-year-old got sucked up into my engine. I'm spinning out of control. Whoa, I went off a cliff. Whoa.
Well, the collateral damage was high, but I'm going to call that a win. Scooter Allen, all is forgiven. Welcome back to... Oh my God. What happened to you?
I was mangled by the lawnmower.
Ooh, have a baseball. Hear ye, hear ye. Order! This meeting is now called to order. The most important item on our town's business is the mascot of our high school. We will now take suggestions for what animal, figure of myth and legend, or amusing word shall suffice to be the mascot of Big Butt Town High School.
Point of order, I do just
The
want to...
chair recognizes Mr. Daniel Gardner-Smith of Avocado Street. Please stand.
Yes, thank you. And I do have some suggestions. I'm here to play along as a proper, member of this community. I do just want to put it out there one more time that I think the ridicule we're getting more has to do with the name of our town than our former mascot, the Badger.
You're suggesting that people would mock the bold and noble township of Big Butt Town, founded by Ebenezer Big Butt himself, a signer of the Declaration of Independence.
I know, but yes, that's what I'm saying, I suppose. But we can move on. People are chuckling in you can see in the audience. People are laughing. We live here, and it's still funny to us.
They are from the next town over, Denver.
I have a question.
Yes, the chair recognizes Sarah Gillespie Smith of Kiwi Street. Stan, what is your question?
Hi. I'm new to this town. I'm just wondering, who's the current mascot?
The current mascot was the Badger. But for some reason, the Big Butt Badgers were laughed out of every basketball and baseball game that they went to in all of the greater Colorado area. Hence this meeting to decide on a new mascot which is less amusing. Apparently, most Coloradans don't appreciate the ferocity and tenacity of the Badger.
That's not the problem.
What? Do you have something to say there, Daniel?
Yes, and actually, here's my suggestion for a mascot: the Turflies.
The Turflies?
That's right. And then when we go out, when our kids go out on the field, they'll be introduced as the Big Butterflies. Oh, nobody's clapping. Okay, I was expecting this to go over.
Daniel,
Mr. Chairman?
Daniel, sometimes I think that you're not quite grasping the spirit of this town.
What the
hell? It's been
hell?
over 2 years. It's been 2 years since you moved here to be a consultant for Shell Oil. Yet...
Sorry about that.
You haven't participated in any major town events. Big butt corn husking? No one saw you there. The Big Butt Oil Parade? Where was Daniel?
I'm
The Big Butt Book Fair. The biggest draw of all year. And Daniel was nowhere to be seen. So, forgive us.
I hate Daniel.
Forgive us if we think your clever wordplay has no place in Big Butt Town, Colorado.
All right, fine. I'd love to hear some other suggestions instead of
Yes,
just...
and so would the floor. Other suggestions for the name of the mascot for our high school. Anyone?
What about the water buffaloes?
Ooh, the big butt water buffaloes.
I mean, well, what kind of animals are in this town?
Well, it's Colorado, so we've got, raccoons.
Okay.
There's bobcats. There was a cougar sighting some time ago.
I have a suggestion.
Ah!
Oh, great.
Excellent.
That's my enemy.
Professor Emil Zagorian, the mysterious scientist who lives on the edge of town. Professor Zagorian, what is your suggestion?
Well, I recently spent some time in fair London, where I took to enjoying some of their popular meals. Although I'm not especially hungry person, so I would have them in a reduced size. And I enjoyed it so much that I suggest that our mascot be called the Tiny Dicks.
The big butt tiny dicks.
Okay, come on. We can't do that.
Daniel! Are you objecting to this because it's a bad suggestion? Or because Professor Zagorian keeps parking in your parking spot?
I would... I hate it when he does that, but I would be saying this no matter what, okay?
Very well. Currently, we have two options in our maybe pile, which is the water buffalo and the tiny dicks. And I know which one I'm leaning toward.
What? Oh. All right.
Any other suggestions? Except from Daniel, who does not participate in his civic responsibilities.
I mean, I like the water buffalo.
Ah, that's two for
the
water buffalo.
Okay.
I've
I
heard
like-
one for raccoon.
I like the tiny dicks.
What the hell?
Currently, the
I
tiny
think
dicks
it adds
and the
some
water buffalo are tied.
sense of culture, some sense of worldliness to our small, modest town.
It's true. After all, Professor Zagorian is the most well-traveled man in this town. We must take his advice when it comes to cultural matters.
Thank you.
Now, it seems as though the most votes are for the tiny dicks. So unless there are any major objections, the motion will be carried. Going once?
Object. I object.
Objection.
Daniel!
Well,
What
wait, that
about-
person said it too.
Well, what my concern is at the school events. What's the mascot costume gonna look like? We got to think about
I'd
the
love
kids.
to hear this.
Well, Professor Zagorian, you said this was based on a small-sized meal you had in London.
Yes, spotted dick.
So what would that costume look like?
I'll tell you. Yes, it's spotted dick is what I was thinking of, and I had a feeling this would be a popular entry, so I took it upon myself to send away for costumes to be made. I wrote. Make a tiny spotted dick as a mascot costume. It's being sent to the
Eminently
school
reasonable.
as we speak.
Excellent. And as we are in the school gymnasium, the only venue large enough for this meeting, I expect the doors will burst open for a series of cheerleaders dressed in tiny dick costumes any moment now.
Yay! Oh God, this is horrible. I knew I moved here for some reason. I'm the guy
Yes.
from the other scene. Everybody, how
Hilarious.
we feeling? That was our small scenes.
I'm feeling good.
Oh my goodness.
This is hard.
It is hard. It's hard to know how and when to step in and what to say.
And this is teaching me. I could say this before we have any guest on, but I feel like Jesse's and my thing is especially with guests, is say anything and we'll justify it.
Okay. So we have free reign.
Yeah,
Pretty
right,
much.
Jesse. Doesn't that seem like true?
If you could introduce yourself as a lawnmower riding sex criminal, and we will make it work within the context of the scene.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. But I think you guys are doing great. And if the small scenes are over, Josh, what does that mean for us?
That means it's time for the. I'm trying to think of another synonym. Time for the corpulent scenes. No, I mean big scene.
Well, would you like for your big scenes some random words to inspire?
I would. So now these random words, India and Bethy, they kind of, you don't have to use all of them or any of them. They just sort of become a soup in your head, or you can use them if you want, and it just sort of leads to our big scene.
Okay.
All right. Here are the random words that the random word generator I have open in another tab has generated for us.
Wait, I need to write these down.
Me
You
too.
really don't. You'd be the first person ever to do so.
Wait,
I'm
but
writing them down. We're gonna write them down.
Well, that means we have to use all of them. So that's your job now.
All right, well, here they are. Hall, echo, retired, crouch, sick, pawn, orthodox, package, monster, shelf.
We're late for class, I think. Was that the bell?
I think that was the bell, yes.
Oh, man. Jack, I feel like we're screwing up our first day.
It's all right, Frederick. It's the first day. Nobody takes it too seriously, okay? Like,
Do y'all have a hall pass?
well, we got a little lost. It's our first day. You know, we weren't sure which direction was. Hang on.
Well, I'm gonna have to write you up then.
Write us up.
Well, hold on. I mean, surely we could just.
Jack,
we could
you
just let
said
this one.
specifically that they don't take it as a big deal.
Oh,
Yes,
it's a big deal.
moments before we ran into this person, but but obviously, like, look,
Miss Byron, are you writing these kids up again?
You know I am.
look.
Listen,
Miss
here
Bobbins.
here at St. Jude Orthodox School for Jewish Girls, we don't do that type of thing.
Look,
you hear?
no one
We
kn-
belong in a more constructive sort of punishment.
That Miss Bobbin, as you can see, no one exemplifies the virtues of Jewish femininity more than
I know.
Jack and Frederick.
Frederick.
I see that.
Yeah.
I've been watching y'all. Yeah.
Thank you. I think maybe we could just let this one slide here. It's our first day. We've got to get to our class, and we don't want to.
Yeah, y'all
to
got
discomfort
Torah
anyone
study. Y'all got Torah study here in about 30 minutes.
Well, I know we do, and our teacher is
But you've been-
yeah.
Sorry.
Miss Bobbin, I have on authority from the president
Aren't you Miss Bobbins?
to
Which one of you?
Are you both
now
Miss
I-
Bobbins?
Now, sisters. Now I see it.
Oh.
Miss Bobbin is long retired. This here,
Wait.
Miss Bobovich. Now, Miss Bobovich, I'm going to need you to go back into your class and yet let these two ladies get to Torah study here.
Frederick.
I have on authority from the principal.
We
To
don't
write
go based
up-
on the authority of the principal. It's authority of God here, Miss Bobowitz.
Frederick, while they're arguing, let's slip away.
Good idea, Jack. Here we go.
So, obviously, I think I can explain exactly what happened there.
Really?
Yes, I can, yes.
Okay, well, tell me later, because that lady was named Bobbins, right? But then we found out Bobbins retired, and also that Bobovich was somebody else, and maybe the other lady was named Bobbins.
Well, didn't you see that huge, 20-foot tall statue in the front of the school? It said Sheila Bobbins, the most impressive Jewish girls' school teacher in history. And there was a small plaque under it saying that many teachers had pledged to take her names, even if they were Russian expatriates, that they would take her name upon getting a post at this school. Oh, here's our class, and here's our professor, Miss Bobbin.
Hi, are you Miss Bobbins?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Sit down.
Wait a minute, two teachers again?
That's
Are
right.
you two enemies as well?
One of us always tells the truth,
And one of us always
and one of
lies.
us,
One of us is the real teacher.
one of us is an insane criminal holding this class hostage.
One of us is a substitute who's got her teaching certificate.
One
Didn't
of
even go
us-
to college.
One of us has a gun in her
not-
purse.
One of us isn't even Jewish, working at an all-Jewish
What?
girls' school.
One of us is having an acrimonious breakup.
Hey, wait, real quick. I've been listening to all the things you said, and it's actually not possible for one of you to be the liar and one of you to be the truth teller. You've contradicted each other so much that... Wait.
Unless we were lying about lying.
Wait, Jack, I have an idea. Let me try this.
What is it, Frederick?
Hey, Mrs. Bobbins.
Yes.
What?
It's the lady from before.
Yeah, there are all four of them in here now. She came to give us our detention slip for wandering in the halls.
Yeah, how dare you walk away from me as I was writing you up?
I'm sorry, Mrs.
I'm
Bobovich.
writing up another slip now for y'all.
Frederick,
yeah,
I have
Jack?
to say, this Jewish girls' school is a lot harsher than I originally anticipated.
I was ready to put in the effort and the Torah study I needed, but yeah, it's tricky. But look, we got handed these slips.
Hey, I'm gonna need y'all to get out of the boys' room. I got some cleaning up to do. Someone here smeared some poo on the wall, and I reckon Miss Bobbins told me I better come in here and get that
Don't
cleaned up.
worry, you handle shit cleaning duty. I will deal with teaching this class. Now,
Who the hell made her boss? Who's you? Listen,
now,
Who said that?
Now, Jack, Frederick, sit down if you please.
Oh, okay. Thank
Miss
you. I'm
Bobbin?
so sorry for the
Miss Bobbin, I understand you have detention slips to give to these two recalcitrant students. I will simply pin them here to corkboard. When they leave, I will make sure that they report to detention immediately after school.
Thank you, Miss Bobbins.
You're welcome, Miss Bobbin. Now, Jack and Frederick, can you tell me, what is the most important lesson in the Torah?
Definitely the Ten Commandments, I'd say.
Hey, thanks.
Miss Bobbins.
The 10 Commandments. This student just whispered the answer to me.
I heard that. Maybe
Or
we've
the
got
mitzvah-
a friend here at
The
St.
mitzvah of the
Jude's.
bris. I dare you to tell her, say the mitzvah of the bris. Say that real loud.
Oh, and Miss Bobbins, the mitzvah of the
Yes.
bris.
What? How inappropriate!
Hey, what's a bris?
I think it's where they cut the weenie off, the very tip of it,
Oh.
the very top. That's what I heard.
I'm adding a third detention slip and pinning it to the wall.
Oh, and you're giving one to Jack too?
I am.
Just for being my friend?
That's right. Now, as you all know, the upcoming chess tournament is near at hand, and we have had no one sign up, even though it will bring honor to St. Jude's and eliminate all detentions for the winner.
I have a question.
Yes?
I hope this doesn't rile anyone, but aren't all saints Catholic?
A detention for Frederick. A detention for Frederick for daring to question St. Jude's Girls' Schools. Saint was obviously our founder's first name.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Which anyone who enrolled in the school and did the most cursory of research before coming would know. And yes, the chess tournament is against our rival school, St. Jude's Catholic School for Boys, named after an actual Catholic saint.
Who's their mascot?
Yeah.
The Pope.
Well, hey, do you know what? Me and Jack are actually really good chess players. I feel like we've really come off on the wrong foot and made a bad impression on all you teachers and of course all you Jewish girls. Maybe we can win back your trust by entering the chess tournament.
What? You think you could win the chess tournament?
Well, sure, I'm pretty good at chess.
I mean, what's the first piece you move? I ain't never played before.
The pawn.
He is good. I mean, she, like all of us, she is a Jewish girl. Very well. The chess tournament is in 3 days. If you succeed...
yeah, okay. I was going to ask, what are the stakes exactly?
If you succeed, all detentions will be erased, and you will be immune from detention for the remainder of your study here. Wow. But if you fail, we will add a hell to the Jewish religion, and you will go there.
Oh! Okay, well, we won't let you down, Miss Bobbins.
I should hope not. Now, back to our Torah study. The first letter in Torah is the letter T, which stands for terrific. Get out your notes and copy this down.
Later, after school,
Frederick, you've got us into such a big mess.
Well, it couldn't have been a bigger mess than getting detentions, although, yes, you're right. Now I realize going to hell is a lot worse.
All right, well, luckily, I actually have a friend who attends St. Jude's Catholic School for Boys. So maybe we can get a heads up on how good their chess team is.
Wait, so if you're leading me down this large, echoey hallway.
Yes, the hallway echoes. This hallway actually stretches all the way across the river and connects to the Catholic school on the other side.
Oh, so maybe your friend will be in here?
It's possible. Now, I should warn you, my friend, who is, of course, a Catholic schoolboy, is going to be, well, maybe a little bit difficult for our Jewish female sensibilities.
Yeah, that's in many ways the exact opposite of us, Jack.
Yes, absolutely, Frederick. Ah, I see them approaching now.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Bless,
okay.
bless all of you.
Oh, thank you.
You all playing in the chess tournament? Ladies?
This is,
Yes,
Frederick,
that's right.
this is Cynthia, my Catholic schoolboy friend.
Nice to meet you,
Cynthia.
How's it going? How's it
Cynthia, we've
going?
been
This is my friend. This is my
Oh,
friend
yeah.
here. His name's Rick. Rick, introduce yourself.
Yep.
Rick, traditionally a male name, and he is a male.
Appropriate. Now,
Richard,
Rick
yeah.
seems Rick. Cynthia told me when we spoke on the phone that you are on the chess team for St. Jude's Catholic.
Yeah.
Look, listen. I don't want to ask you to compromise any ethics or anything, but
no.
Frederick and I are literally going to be damned to hell if we don't win the chess tournament. So is there any way we could persuade your team to take a dive?
How is your eternal damnation our problem?
Well, you
Well,
guys kind of invented it in a way.
Yeah. Look,
Sounds like a you,
like I say,
sounds
maybe
like
we
a you
could.
problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we could persuade you. For example, here in my backpack, I happen to have a large box of thin mints.
You mean a package?
Did you mean a
Yes.
package?
I mean,
Well-
Package of thin
it
mints.
is a singular package
good
of
to be
the
specific.
cookie in question. Yes, they are generally made in boxes, but package is an equally accurate term to describe it, I suppose.
Yeah, well, we don't eat kosher cookies, so you can take those right on
And
back to your
actually-
school.
I gave Thin Mints up for Lent, so.
Damn.
Oh, classic Catholic thing.
All right. Well, what would it take to get you to take this dive? Because we really don't want to go to whatever kind of hell they invent for the Jewish religion after when this is done. I walked by a gang of the Miss Bobbinses and they were working on it. They were workshopping some really messed up stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty frightening. Excuse me.
Tell us more about this Miss Bobbins.
I know.
It's me, Miss Bobbins. Oh, I must have taken a wrong turn.
Oh, hey there,
Well,
Miss Bobbins.
this is the neutral ground hallway that stretches over the river, connecting the Jewish girls' school and the Catholic boys' school.
Oh, my mistake. As the most beautiful of the Miss Bobbinses, I sometimes get distracted by my own reflection. Well, I'll turn around now and walk away.
Excuse me, Miss Bobbin.
Yes?
These girls from your school, they are trying to bribe us.
Don't tell.
Don't listen to what he just said. Listen,
Hey, Miss
guys.
Bobbins, I think we need a little punishment. You got a ruler up those skirts?
Well, I don't really like to say, but yes, I do. I shoved it right up my skirt. And, it's
Wait.
probably not inappropriate to say, but yes, I'm holding it with my vulva.
Okay, look. This conversation has gone in a direction no one wants.
No, I thought they'd be attracted to her, and we would use that as sort of like a bargaining chip.
A bribe, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not
that
working.
didn't happen
Frederick,
though.
Yep.
Frederick, pull the fire alarm.
Run!
Later in our dormitory. All right. The Catholic boys are unimpeachable.
Sorry. Oh, yes. What are you saying?
They're incorruptible. The Catholic schoolboys are of a moral character that we can't touch.
You're right.
And
You're
I
right.
realize now that it speaks to negative stereotypes that we even tried. So let's just forget about that entire plan, huh?
Yeah, you're right. The Catholic Church is incorruptible.
Right. We're just going to have to focus on our chess skills.
Okay.
But I heard a rumor, Frederick. You know the sexy Miss Bobbins that holds rulers with her vulva?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We saw her earlier.
Right. Well, I heard a rumor that she's actually a retired Russian spy.
Huh?
Yeah. And she is a brilliant chess player like many Russians.
Of course. So, are you suggesting?
I think you can picking up what I can put down here.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're trying to say. We'll give that Miss Bobbins my clothes, and she'll take my place in the chess tournament. In exchange, we won't tell the principal that
Why are we
she
still
told
talking?
children. Huh? Who's that?
That's the Miss
It's the
Bobbins who
Russian Miss
patrols the
Bobbins.
hall.
Why are we still speaking? It's 8 o'clock. Time for bed.
Sorry, Miss Bobbins. We're
Sorry,
going
Miss
to bed
Bobbins.
now.
Yeah. So
Okay,
anyway,
whisper.
if she takes my place, then we won't tell the principal that she, in a sense, sexually harassed 4 students by saying where
What?
her ruler was.
That's an excellent idea.
That's Miss Boomer. But I hear what you're saying. Everything
What?
you say about me, they said about me.
Oh,
is
I
Boomer.
see. There's
I hear you.
I see. There's been some confusion. We were talking about the hot Miss Bobbins, not the German Miss
Oh,
Bobbins.
my sister.
No.
My sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, she always
they're
did the
all,
pretty
they are,
one. But
they're all sisters in an ecumenical sense, but
Yeah.
the thing is, okay, listen.
Yes.
Frederick, let's take,
Yeah.
and actually, German Miss Bobbins, you should
What?
participate here too.
Yeah,
and
come in.
also,
no, I'm not hot like my sister. They sell me for
And also-
3 goat. 3 goat.
and also
They
our,
sell you
our-
3
our-
goat?
They sold her
They
4
sold
3
me
goats.
for
It's very
3
sad.
goat in old country.
Yes. Look,
see.
I would like to take a moment to just go over the various Miss Bobbins that we've met, because this is only our first day and I'm already having trouble keeping them straight.
Keeping them
okay?
straight a little bit, yeah.
Bye.
Okay, so the first Miss Bobbins was the
Bye.
hall monitor Miss Bobbins, who speaks with a normal voice.
Right.
Right? But she's very strict about students wandering the hallways, right? I'm going to call her Bobbins
yes.
Alpha.
Sure.
Are you?
Sure, yes.
Okay. Now,
Then,
the
of
second
course,
Miss,
there's her sister, Miss Bobbins, who is much less
Mies.
strict. Who?
Mies.
No. We haven't met you yet.
M-I-S-S.
No, Miss. She said Miss,
Yeah.
but she said it with a German accent.
Right. But yes, the second Miss Bobbins we met is much less strict, but also speaks in a ridiculous high falsetto.
Right.
So we'll call that one Bobbins Beta.
Right. Of course, then there's Miss Bobbins, who teaches the Torah study. She is British and highfalutin.
Right, Bobbins Gamma. Right, so she's also not nearly as strict as the hall monitor Bobbins Alpha, who is in
But
fact
she did come up with the hell idea.
Right, so she is in a material sense less strict, but in a spiritual sense much worse.
Much worse.
Right, then there's the next Bobbins Delta, who is the hot, sexy Russian spy Miss Bobbins.
Right.
Right. Me.
No,
No. We saw her in the hallway. And,
Right, you
Yes,
are.
actually, that's me. I've been listening because, well, I bugged your room.
Is that
It's what
because
spies do.
Well, Bobbins Delta, we're just trying to keep it follow all these Bobbinses because
That's
final
perfectly
Bob-
understandable.
This Bobovich.
the final Bobbins, Bobbins Epsilon, is what is this German Bobbins who is the one who makes sure that none of the girls are up past a certain time at night.
Is that
Hey,
Now-
are you thinking what I'm thinking, Jack? Maybe German Upsilon Bobbins can take your place in the chess match.
I mean, are you any good at chess, German Miss Bobbins?
really probably more of checkers player.
That's almost the same board.
Okay.
I'll take your place.
Bobbins Delta. I assume you heard our scheme, right?
Yes, I heard. You're blackmailing me. Well, all in a day's work for a spy.
Frederick, do you think I summarized that all reasonably accurately?
I think that was perfect, Jack. And now I think we're more ready than ever to orchestrate our plan, wherein the German Miss Bobbins, played by Bethy, will take the
place
Jack.
of me, Jack, the Jewish schoolgirl.
And I will take the place of Frederick, who is played by the same person.
That's easy enough to remember, though. However, I can only imagine that similar hijinks might be taking place at our sister school, the Catholic school across the way. So, let me get this straight. We are in a chess tournament with the school across the way, yes?
Yes.
Oh, I'm starting to understand this. Me, the sexiest of the Mr. Robertsmans.
Yes. So, I, the Pope, the mascot of this Catholic school.
Okay, I thought something else was going on. I'll just see myself out.
No, come back, Mr. Roberts.
Okay.
You are here. I am just trying to get understand everything that's going on. Mr. Roberts, do all the teachers at this school have the name Mr. Roberts?
Of course, and I'm the sexiest one.
All right. Now, the two of the students here are Cynthia and Rick.
Yo.
They are the chess team that you are sending against the girls' school tomorrow.
Correct.
Now, Mr. Roberts, what stakes have you promised to Cynthia and Rick for victory or defeat?
Well, they'll get a trophy if they win, and if they get defeated, they won't get to go to the nationals.
That seems perfectly reasonable for a local school chess tournament.
Yeah. What else would I say?
Right. Now, Mr. Roberts, what are we expecting to happen during this chess tournament? Are there going to be any silly hijinks? You know, I am the Pope. I'm the Vicar of Christ. I came here really expecting a well put together school.
Well, unfortunately, boys, should I tell him?
He's trying to get with Miss Bobbins.
I'm trying to get with Miss Bobbins.
Hold on. Which one, Mr. Roberts?
The Russian one.
The Russian one.
The sexy one?
No. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, the sexy one.
Okay.
Who's Russian. She doesn't really have an accent anymore, but yeah.
He
Well,
told
she is
us
a
we were
spy, is what-
pawns in his love game.
Is this true, Mr. Roberts?
Yeah, I told them that.
That is extremely inappropriate thing to say for a teacher at a Catholic boys' school.
I'm sorry.
Say 3 Hail Marys and 5 Our Fathers.
Okay.
Next day at the tournament. Miss Bobbins, are you you're wearing Frederick's clothes, and I swear I could not tell the two of you apart from a distance. You've got one of those weird Mission Impossible style latex masks to look like Frederick.
Yep, I look exactly like him.
However, the German Miss Bobbins has made no such effort to disguise themselves in any way.
No, I am who I am. I'm comfortable. That's me.
We're not comfortable with this because it completely, well, it may subvert our plan. All right, we don't have much time. Unfortunately, this has been a super delayed tournament. We're gonna have to start playing with already in progress chessboards. So,
oh boy.
Good luck, you two. Get out there.
Okay. G7.
No. All right.
What?
No. Before you start, thank you for coming. It's me, the Pope. Just want to make a quick announcement for everyone who's jumping into an already active game. First of all, I really think that this cross-faith chess tournament is very important for bridging a lot of the gaps between religion, and I really appreciate everyone who worked really hard to put this together. Also, as a special little added treat, you will be using a human chessboard. I, with my authority as the Pope, got actual bishops to be the bishops on the chessboard. And the knights are actual knights. There's Patrick Stewart over there. Sir Patrick Stewart, we should say.
Yeah, we got it.
The only thing, the horses are real girls on horses from a nearby
horse
upstate New York.
girls.
Horse girls.
The pawns are, of course, mere pawns.
I don't know if I like that terminology.
The castles are real castles. They are going to be a real pain in the ass to
What
move.
the hell?
All right, with that, let the games begin.
Okay.
Pope out.
Cool, Pope. Okay, it's me, Miss Bobbins in disguise as Frederick.
Can you hear me through the radio we hid under your wig, Miss Bobbins?
Yeah, I'm getting you loud and clear.
All right. It looks like Cynthia is your opponent in this live chess match.
Okay. It's my move. Horse to B7.
Horse to B7.
All right. And check.
Wow, good move, Miss Bobbins.
They don't.
I thought I was Miss Bobbins.
Everyone is Miss Bobbins.
It's a problem, okay? It's a problem with this school, and they need to address it, because I get the sentiment of honoring the founder, but it's extremely confusing for everybody who attends, works, or even visits this school. Miss Bobbins.
Which one?
But I supposed to
the sexy
retire
one.
this year. Oh, but
The sexy
Oh,
one.
yes. Yes.
Look, across the way, it looks like one of the teachers is making eyes at you. The Catholic school teachers.
Hello. Oh, that's one of the Mr. Roberts. He's just friendly.
Are you sure? Because it really looks like he's trying to attract you. Shall I tell him that your vulva has no room?
Well, it's actually that my vagina has no room. The vulva, you see, is the outer. Never mind. Why don't we focus on chess for now?
I just assumed it was difficult because you were of the ruler and everything.
No, I know. I'm just kind of talking about the anatomy of it. But anyway, it's Cynthia's turn.
Right, there he goes. Who is the voice of Cynthia?
Bethy.
all right, I'd say not to D5.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
That's
go
a
in big.
good move.
I say go big or just get on home.
That's
like
a good
to
move.
say.
Not Miss Bobbins. Not only is he taking you, is he out of check? He's put you in check in turn. Can you get out of this?
If the pawns were going to move, and of course.
Miss Bobbins, are you doing the Queen's Gambit thing where you see the pieces moving in
Look at
hologram
them
form?
go! They're all above my head. Whoa! Yeah. Queen to D6, and that's checkmate.
That's the actual queen of a country that isn't England. Very impressive. The Pope has a lot of sway.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he would.
Hooray!
That's it. We've got the victory. That means there's only one match left. If we can win this next one, which is, of course, German Miss Bobbins in disguise as me, Jack, going up against Rick.
Yeah.
Then we win the tournament, and Jack and Frederick, me and my friend won't be going to Jewish hell.
All right.
All right, little buddy, let's try to win this game.
I can't wait to put this trophy on my shelf.
All right.
Who are you?
That would be Rick.
I'm Rick.
Yeah. Well, let's see how well German Miss Bobbins does.
Okay.
And I realize I gave the Greek letter alpha designation, but describing them by their so funny accents makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Rook to D4.
Whoa!
That's a brilliant move. That's a move that even I, a chess amateur, am blown away by the brilliance behind that move. But I note with some alarm, Frederick, that Rick doesn't look dismayed.
Not at all.
In fact, on his Catholic schoolboy face, a malicious smirk has just appeared.
You're Frederick?
He's Frederick. Oh no.
Oh no,
Could
Miss
he-
Bobbins isn't answering.
Frederick?
Miss Bobbins, you're in disguise as Frederick, so you have to
have-
say yes.
Yes.
Okay, that was
Sorry,
a bit delayed. It could.
I met Frederick.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
right.
That actually happened. And worse yet, I think Rick heard us describe this entire plot.
That's right. Oh no.
You ain't no Frederick. Pope, can you come over here?
Oh no.
What
He's
it
telling
is?
on the Pope. He's telling on the Pope.
What it is? I, the Pope, am going to walk down to the human chessboard. I'm just we've been having so much fun this interfaith chess competition. Why would they need to call the Pope here to adjudicate something? What is it, young man?
This is not Frederick from the Orthodox school for Jewish girls.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is Miss Bobbins. She's a teacher, I think.
No.
Isn't
no,
this
teacher.
true?
No, I'm young
Isn't
boy.
this true?
I'm a young boy.
Oh no.
You're supposed to be a young
No.
girl, first of all.
That kind of gave it up, Frederick, didn't it? We better sneak out of here before it. Uh-oh. Do you feel that rumbling?
I do feel the rumbling. What do you think the rumbling is indicative of?
Oh my god, it's an earthquake, and a crack is forming directly through the giant human-sized chessboard. The floor is opening.
Oh my god! Pieces are tumbling, and those pieces are human beings tumbling into the river below because,
Save
of
the
course,
horses.
the chess tournament was hosted in that giant hallway bridge that spans the river. They're being swept up by the
But
current.
it's not just a river. It's a river of fire. We're about to
my.
get sent to hell. Jewish hell.
Okay. Hold on a moment. The Pope has some things that he's got to make clear. Now, which one of you
Well,
is it
hurry
a
up
real...
because I'm just hanging on to the ledge of the opening.
Now, which one of you is it a real Frederick? And you got to tell me I'm the Pope.
Well, tell him, Frederick. I am.
but-
I'm Frederick.
You tried one more time to lie.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry.
don't-
I'm sorry. I just got so used to lying.
Okay, the Pope is going to walk over and kneel down and look at you. Frederick,
Yeah, can you help me up?
you know who I am?
Yeah, you're the Pope.
That's all right. And you, I know, are a little Jewish
A little
schoolgirl.
Jewish girl, yes.
Now, Frederick, maybe we have learned something today about telling the truth.
Yeah, it's important to tell the truth because if you don't, you'll go to hell.
That's the Catholic doctrine in a nutshell, yep. And I'm going to reach down and help you up, Fred.
Thank you. Thank you, Pope.
And now,
He closed
What
up the chasm to hell.
That's right. Now the time has come to reveal the truth behind all of this.
Huh? The truth behind all of this?
Mr. Roberts, Miss Bobbins, Cynthia, Rick, you can go ahead and drop character now.
That's much better, yeah. Wait, what's going on? These people aren't who we
I don't
thought they were?
understand. I don't understand. Well,
Explain,
I think maybe
Mr. Pope.
not Mr., just the Pope. Pope is
Well, I'm
itself a title.
Jewish.
Fair enough. Well, here is what happened. As you know, you were walking through the halls of Jewish school late for class,
I remember that, yeah.
and you ran into Miss Bobbins,
The hot
Yeah,
one?
you, the first Miss Bobbins,
the hall
Yeah.
monitor, Miss Bobbins. Yes.
the hall monitor.
And Miss Bobbins was very disappointed that on your first day of Orthodox Jewish girls' school, you should show such an appalling lack of responsibility. So she did a most logical thing, which is contact me, the Pope, the head of the Catholic Church, and arrange an elaborate deception to teach you about the value of honesty.
Aren't you just a mascot, technically?
Of the school, yes, but actually I am the head of the church itself. It is actually an enormous inconvenience to me, the Pope, that every time they have a game, they have to get me down here to be the mascot.
But wait a minute, Jack, you heard that the hot Miss Bobbins was Russian. Wait a minute, who was it who told you that?
Well, now that I think about it, the person who told me the rumor that the hot Miss Bobbins was a exiled Russian spy and chess champion was a young Jewish girl who I assumed to be one of our classmates, but now I think about it, actually resembled an elderly Italian man in Catholic vestments.
That's right. And wait, let me think back to when the German Miss Bobbins came in, and I got the idea to disguise both of us. Hey, German Miss Bobbins, feel free to come in here.
Yes, hello, it's me.
Good to see
What do you
you.
want? You should.
That's interesting. I
Remember, I told you it was
wearing
time to
those
go to
vestments.
sleep. You're
What'd you
up
say?
way too late. You're up in your dormitory.
I know, I'm
did it.
sorry,
I'm too tired for this.
Yes.
Hey, wait a minute. You're the sort of flap of your neck is loose. You might want to tuck that in. That was a mask, wasn't it?
A Mission Impossible latex style mask. But wait, Your Holiness, what about the scene that took place entirely at the Catholic boys' school, and we, Jack and Frederick, weren't even a
We
part
weren't
of
even
it?
there for that scene. You were talking to them naturally as if just the game was about to happen.
Ah, yes, that's a very astute observation, Frederick, with an easy explanation.
Oh, okay.
As you
Wow.
know, I told everyone they could drop character. Well, that's because it was very important that everybody be method acting throughout this whole thing and stay in character no matter what happened or who might be observing or listening.
I see.
Well, you've learned a lesson then.
I guess I have, Jack. I don't
Wow.
ever want to lie again. I just want to be a good Jewish girl.
I think you're right. If we're late for class, we should be honest about it. And we should try not to be late for class at all.
Right, which is the other lesson to learn that doesn't have anything to do with lying.
Right. I guess there's two lessons, but they're both important lessons.
Don't be late to class, don't lie.
Yes.
Well, I, Miss Bobbins,
Miss Bobbins.
am really glad that you all learned your lesson and saved yourselves, actually, from the sick, crouched monsters of hell.
They lurk on the shelves of hell, waiting to leap down.
Wait,
upon
that was
you.
real?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well,
Wait, I have a question.
what?
Vanville, I get to retire. I want big party.
Well, I guess we could let you retire right now. Let's have a party, everyone.
Why not?
Yay!
We've learned a lesson about, we learned to be honest, and I can honestly say, I want a party.
Hell yeah! Woo! That's a pun.
Yeah.
Where's Mr. Roberts? He vaunted me from beginning.
Oh yeah. No. It was the other one. The other one. Oh, I'm gonna move to a new town and become a pervert.
Brilliant. And easy to follow.
In the end, a huge exhale. I've never played a Jewish girl before.
Nor have I.
Yeah.
And I think we did a great job.
I think we honored the culture.
People think India is Jewish a lot.
And I have to say, like, you guys really got into the vibe, because that is exactly how most big town improv scenes end up going. That is the level of
Coherence
that you
that
can
we are
expect.
used
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
My favorite
Good.
was all the Miss Bobbins.
I
Yes.
enjoy
That's
it.
nice.
Yeah. Well, all of our scenes have those. Bethy, do you? I feel that you're maybe not a public figure, so I don't know if you have a stuff to plug or a place where people can go and say good job on Big Town Improv.
I have nothing. I mean, I have Instagram. I don't
Do
know
you
what the
want people
handle
to
is
go to
off
your
the top of my
Instagram?
head.
Okay.
Not really, no. No, they can send everything.
I
They can
respect
send
that.
it right.
I
Send
do
it
too.
right
It's-
to India. India is like
Okay.
my agent of sorts.
Okay, India, where can
Yeah.
people find you?
You can find me at Lucky Dogface on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And that is where I also post announcements and things related to my podcast, The Animator's Friend, which Josh was a guest on for January, where it's a fun kind of format to get to know animators as people outside the context of their work.
Yeah,
That's
that
cool.
was such a vulnerable conversation, I might say. Especially compared to what the goofs and japes I do over here. Yeah, it's a really good show. I recommend it.
I think you should interview Miss Bobbins next. Just
Yeah.
Have you thought of that?
I
There
would
was
love
one animator, Miss Bobbins. She
Oh,
was.
there is? Okay.
Yeah.
Who presumably
Interesting,
teaches
okay.
animation at St. Jude's
Yes.
Orthodox School for Girls.
Yes. I'll just real quick say all of our music was provided by Steve Wilder Blumenthal of wilderbluemusic.com. And Jesse, why don't we wrap this thing up?
Well, there's a particular way that we like to wrap it up, as I recall.
Yeah, I think so.
So, from the boy whose grandmother is a mass of sled dogs,
To the town full of scooterers and lawnmowerers.
to the Big Butt Town mascot meeting,
And from Big Butt Town to St. Jude's Orthodox Jewish School for Girls.
and from St. Jude's Orthodox School for Jewish Girls
To Big Town. And from Big Town
to your town.
Bye. 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 Goodbye. I'm Miss Bobbins. I'm Miss Bobbins. I'm Miss Bobbins.
The Pope!